Pour me a glass of ice water.
We're live. Thank you everybody for showing up. First one here this evening was at 4 something was Patty. Hi Skulls. Hi Elizabeth. And Degenerate Fish Keeper. Thank you all for showing up. A lot of y'all know it's been going on. But I wanted to continue at least for an hour on my stream to help see if we can get more donations. Everything's down in the descriptions. If the mods want to, they can post it periodically throughout the stream. That is fine. But other than that, thanks everybody for coming. Hi, Dave. The Zen's here. And Lori, thank you for showing up.
What's up, Skull? What's up, Zen?
The Zen and
what is up, Patty? Sorry, guys. My voice is shot, so you're going to have to just deal with this silliness all day. I apologize.
You're okay.
Well, if you did a
thank you.
24-hour stream like you did yesterday, it's going to be like that. Hi, Steph.
It is like that, too. Steph.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Steph.
I'm freaking squeaky. Skull.
So
Yeah,
Cooler Mike. How are you, Cooler Mike?
what did the total end up being that you ended up getting, Mike?
1533, which is listen, is an incredible freaking number when you consider that we're a little tiny channel that doesn't even quite have 500 subs yet, right? So, like, everybody did more than their part, and I am absolutely thankful for everybody that chipped in. I mean, you guys really, everybody came through. Unfortunately, it's not anywhere near our goal, but we've got some time. We're going to keep working on it and see what different ways we can get through that, guys. Really, and I like everybody who already chipped in, for God's sake, just go pat yourselves on the back and stay out of it, because you've done an incredible job, and we thank you so much.
Okay, I have a question. Well, when you do one of those GoFundMe accounts, I know you said you didn't want to do a GoFundMe, but doesn't it get out to other people?
It gets out the same way. It gets out the same way. So, like, a GoFundMe does no marketing for you, right? So when you post a GoFundMe, it it lists your funding option somewhere on their site, but way back in the deep dark depths, and it doesn't actually start to even climb up to their top levels until you have generated about 30% of your revenue anyway. So they're just like YouTube or anybody else, right? As soon as their algorithm notices that you're really pounding it, then they start to kind of push you up, and so other random people start to see you a little bit. But the other part of it is they take 20%. So so not only are you paying them 20%, but you're also going to pay the fee to have it transferred to PayPal or to your bank account or whatever else too. So to me, it's just GoFundMe is great if you are someone with a huge following that is going to generate a huge base, just like anything else, But as far as being any better than, what we've done already, I don't think that's the case.
I thought that that's what it was for. I thought that
is what it's for, but it doesn't do anything for you.
That it got it out to people that did
it doesn't.
Funding.
You gotta have you can post it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
On your news feed, and hopefully somebody else will pick it up and then they'll share it.
Right.
It has to keep happening.
The only ones that really work are the ones that go viral. Like, one of the dumbest ones that ever went was potato salad. Somebody did a GoFundMe for potato salad as a joke, and it made like $3 million or something. So,
wow.
Yeah, true story. And then there was another one where a girl hooked up a homeless guy, really, did a GoFundMe for this homeless guy that she had given, or he had given her $20 for gas is what happened. She broke down, and a homeless guy gave her $20 for gas, and she did a GoFundMe to help him out. And that one took off. But it has to, it's all about it going viral, just like anything else, And I don't feel like doing the fish rescue on a GoFundMe is going to be any more, going to reach any more people than the way we've done it. I mean, we've done all sorts of, like I said, we had 5,000 views on the post on Facebook, right? So that's 5,000. Crazy dogs.
How many were on YouTube? How many views did you get on YouTube?
480, which is why I'm a little weird about the 5,000 on Facebook. You would think it would kind of draw. God, the dogs are going nuts.
Like they would go hand in hand. Like those that seen it on Facebook would jump on YouTube.
You would think would come on over, but they didn't. So, whatever. And I mean, the thing is, and I know this myself, right? You see a fundraiser, and the first thing you do is go, "That's a fundraiser. I don't have anything to give. I'm not going." Right? But, and man, I get that. I do. I understand. But I really was. There's a stray dog roaming around, so we're afraid. She's got it. She's got it. She's got it. Anyway, yeah, stray dog roaming around, so all the dogs are going crazy. And for some reason, I can't get those guys to calm down when there's a stray. They just want to go absolutely nuts.
You probably want to get tired of new ass. That's why.
I'm so used to not being on this side of StreamYard. I keep trying to go up and click on the chat.
Right.
I keep trying to control it.
Nope, can't do it. But
9 to
anyway.
work the other day. It's like, oh, I can't say nothing. Damn.
Yeah, we even maintained mostly daytime stream all through that 24 hours. We didn't, not a lot of diversion into the nighttime stream sort of stuff. So pretty impressed with that.
When y'all first got started, it was a freaking blast. I was watching while I was doing fish room stuff.
Right.
And then I went to bed, and then I woke up freaking, oh my God, throbbing headache.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks. Freaking.
Oh, I know. I was sorry because I was like, man, I was supposed to be up like several times, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't.
Well, freaking migraines are the worst. I don't get them but once a millennium. And
mine is so hard to be able to even look at the phone to type to let anybody know, hey, yeah.
Well, Jason from Aquafunk called us right after the stream last night. He said, you guys had such a flow going and such a thing going. I didn't want to come in and suck the air out of the room. And
Aquafunk sucked the air out of a room.
That's what I said. But anyway, he didn't come up because he just didn't want to get in the way, is what he said. So I'm okay.
What do you
with
mean? Have you heard from Rocco?
Yeah, have you heard from Rocco? I actually have not heard from him today. I heard from him like briefly late last night, I think, or maybe I don't know. He sent me a couple of texts either really late last night or really early this morning. I don't remember which.
Is he okay? Did something wrong?
I think he's okay. Just
he was supposed to come up yesterday, and he never made it.
And he didn't either.
Well, no, he came on early. He came on early on. He was actually the first person on stream, so he was on for I don't know a couple hours, and then and he made up some T-shirts for us, and I think he was really bummed because he made it these really cool T-shirts, and he thought they were gonna like sell like crazy, and they sold pretty, as far as I was concerned, they sold pretty well, but
that was at the beginning when you first started the stream, though.
Yeah.
Yesterday, though.
Right, I didn't see him yesterday. He didn't come up yesterday because he was. I don't know. I really actually don't know what happened to him. I know he had something going on medically, the day before, and then he didn't come up the rest of the day yesterday. But I'm sure he had something going on.
I haven't heard anything.
But he was up. Like I said, he was up. The first evening he was up for a good couple of hours.
Yeah.
Did you all see Ricky?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Some of the. That's a night that we'll never forget.
That whole hour and a half long was absolutely amazing.
I couldn't quit laughing. Like I had tears, my stomach was hurting. It was like, oh my God, what's next, you guys?
Yeah. No, I tell you what, I was so freaking my smile muscles by the end of that stream, my smile muscles hurt so much that I was walking around just trying to keep my face tight because I had actually injured myself laughing so hard through that 24 hours.
It really was. I know that part was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the rest of it, but that night was a freaking blast.
Oh, and that one, it just continued. 4:00 in the morning, we were still doing dumb stuff like that, and it was just it went through all the way through from beginning to end without any without any train wrecks and
Right.
just total, absolute fun. I mean, we didn't even have dead air, but like maybe for, twice for a few seconds,
Wow.
which, explains why my voice is like it is.
Right.
But
Scott's.
Didn't Eric he actually had like a Yeti costume, didn't
he was wearing a Yeti
Yeah.
costume.
So you
Rock-
had the
that.
fish, and you had the woman,
uh-huh.
and then you had the Yeti.
And then the Yeti, and Rocco put antlers on his head.
And Rocker
Yeah.
had the antlers on, and that's going. The antlers goes in cahoots with the. He's gonna be the reindeer, and I'm Miss Claus, and then you have Rico Claus, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then for a video that goes with, all of the Christmas stuff that we're gonna have going on. So that's where
Awesome.
the horns came from.
Oh, right. And then I forgot Larry put on a mohawk too. So there was that. And then, and then I went and put on my troll face for
I
Halloween.
seen that
I've
too.
seen that. Yeah, it's funny.
That was funny as I'll get out.
Yeah. So that lasted a while. That was a lot of fun. And freaking Lefty wore that freaking shark costume the entire night, which was awesome.
Yes.
he? Skipper, now when you go to see Mike, make sure that you get him some chalupas. with
Well,
beef.
Chalupas.
Get that man some chalupas.
He better get his shin guards. Is all I gotta say.
I'm already getting them. Don't you worry. I might even get thigh guards because Eric's probably going to want to come over and kick me too. I don't know why everybody wants to kick me. I don't think I deserve it, but
Listen, that whole scheme that we came up with the helicopter, and then Jason threw the video in there with Godzilla and Mike froze. But yeah, it was funny.
Steph, it does look familiar. What movie is that troll from?
Well,
Your troll costume.
when he comes back,
Oh, he froze.
Yeah. Like for a second, I thought it was on my end. I
no,
was
he
like,
froze.
oh no, here we go again.
Somebody's saying the Hobbit.
Huh?
I remember that one from The Hobbit.
Hobbit. Wait a minute. Yeah, the dwarf.
I agreed to it because I don't believe.
Yeah.
What? That's scary.
I think he agreed to because he doesn't believe we're going to do it. But if I get that shirt before I come down there that says I kicked the shit out of Mike, and I show up with it, you better be ready, bud.
I know, right, Steph?
Nah, actually, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd rather just hand him some money, be like, "Good luck, I'll get it taken care of."
Well, I think everybody was doing the shirts too, because that was another way of,
Yeah.
getting you get something for what you donate, I guess. But also a remembrance. But it was a thing.
Oh, he's saying Mike's laptop. Liz said Mike's laptop is acting up. Yeah, it was I showed up in the evening of the end of it, and
Yeah.
because the first part, I had to get mowers fixed and get them out of my way and make some money. And I was watching it, and I had an angle grinder in my hand. When I looked at my phone and saw Ricky in a woman's costume. Holy hell, I had to hurry up and shut that switch off so I didn't get hurt. Just laughing so stinking hard.
Yeah, I mean, and the whole time he had the costume on, he just could not quit like touching himself. It was funny.
We should have played that song.
Oh, yes. Yes, Jason. We did do a game at the end called the Fish Fam Squares,
What?
like Hollywood Squares.
Oh,
Oh yeah, sort of like a tic tac toe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Jason was calling it or something.
Yeah, well, it was from. Yeah, can we get it to 1350 on the website? Oh, give me a second.
answer a phone call on his own stream. No, I've done it. I've had to do it.
Oh yeah. Steph said old show Hollywood Squares.
I never watched that.
I don't think I have either. I mean, I'll
Maybe it's, I mean, I'm 41, so it can't be that old.
Adele, hello.
Hey, Adele. What's going on?
See, Dave, hello. Scott Aquatic, hello.
Where you been, Adele? I did on occasion. Did what on occasion?
That was the boss lady. I had to.
The boss lady, your wife.
Well, that took a minute. Freaking my nightly blue screen decided that now is the time. I don't know why it does that
It's
sometimes.
basically tic-tac-toe, but with Hollywood personalities and
Freaking my nightly blue screen decided.
hilarity.
Hilarity.
Would in whatever. I think that part got messed up.
Yeah, so what it was we were just trying to come up with a game,
Okay.
and they came up with it, and it took us well, it didn't help that the person that was the host was 5 IPAs in. They can't handle it.
Well, Degenerate Fishkeeper has been trying to toss that game around for about a week now, and nobody else would take it. And I'm like, what the hell? Let's do it. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think we got it worked out that we could actually do it now because.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
we're
let's
doing the king.
So let's do it. Well, you need 10 up.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need 10
'Cause
up.
you need 9 squares, and then you need a host. And then you pick 2 people out of the chat to be the contestants.
Yeah. Yeah, you need 9 plus a host. So you need 9 up plus a host. And then that host actually has to go do some real work and go find some questions and stuff too. So.
And our first contestants were Ricky and Steph.
That did not go all that well, really.
No, they were the guinea pigs. And the second one was Steph and Lori, and it actually went well.
That went better, yeah.
Ironed it out. It was
What
fun.
kind of questions?
Just trivia.
Oh gosh, I'd have flunked that.
Well, the thing is, it was
I am not a trivia person.
we were just trying to we were trying to figure out how to get it to work. So now we could do it like with fish stuff.
Yeah. But why do you got to have so many people when you're only asking 2 people a question?
Well, because each person in the on the chat is one of the people in the squares for the tic-tac-toe, and so you have 9 squares. That's one person each in one of the 9 squares, and they get asked the question, and then the contestant answers whether or not they think the contestant is right on the answer.
Oh,
the celebrity, or so to speak. It's fun.
Yeah. If you go to the very end of yesterday's stream, you'll see it because we played for about an hour. And yeah.
what are you going to do next, Mike? What's another idea you're going to do next?
Well, okay, so I think we talked to Rocco. Rocco had an idea of doing an auction. And,
I had the idea of doing an auction.
Okay, you had the idea of doing an auction. I don't know. You and Rocco, the both of you.
Because I told you I was going to give you fish.
Okay, it was both of you at the same time, and maybe it was more you than him. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sure.
regardless.
It was Jess. Sorry, it was Jess.
Anyway, as far as the auction is concerned, we're rescue. I cannot auction any of the rescued fish. However, I do have a whole bunch of fry. I've got I have fry coming out the yin yang from all sorts of different pairs that have had babies, and so I do feel like those can be auctioned because they're fry and they're not, so nobody donated them or nobody brought them to us, so they can go out. So I am thinking that that's probably a good idea. I also am going to do a couple of giveaways. I think some of a little bit of the money that we brought in over the last 24 hours should go back to the Fish Fam via some giveaway stuff. So we're going to go pick out a few things this week that we can give away, and hopefully that will, bring more in as it goes out. So So I think we're going to do that. And I don't know. So we'll do a couple of streams over the weekend. I'm not doing 24 hours again, but we'll probably do a couple of 4 hours and 4 hour blocks here and there, and hit the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and just keep blasting it out there. Hopefully, bring people in from the outside that aren't just us. So that's the plan.
Here's one of the questions that's been talked about throughout a lot of streams ever since it started. Was if you had fish that in your rescue that was, we'll say, shippable, not something, we'll say, hey, you got a red-tailed catfish that's yay long. You don't want to ship that, obviously. But if you had a fish that could be shipped with no issues, would there be a way for like people, if they wanted to adopt them, to help you out?
Well, okay, so
an adoption fee.
Possibly.
Which would help get some weight off of everything you've got to move.
Yeah, I mean, there are some fish that I would not mind at all doing that with. There are other fish that I obviously can't do that with. Like that. So a lot of the fish that have come in are from people who really want to be able to see their fish at a later date, right? They want a video of them. They want to come see them. They want to know they're here. They want them, they want us to stay in an aquarium as opposed to, an outlet. And that is perfectly fine with me. And I think that those people should definitely be able to do that forever. But there are other fish that certainly could be adopted out that way, like all the tilapia that came in. The guy, the tilapia we picked up, that guy has no emotional attachment to these fish.
Who needs that tilapia? Swampy.
Yeah, Swampy needs them. So does Catfish Nation. There are a couple other people who want them too. Problem is that I don't know how shippable they are. I mean, they're 6 inches to 14 inches, and so they could conceivably be shipped, but they'd have to be shipped in a really big box, right? So the shipping is going to cost a freaking fortune on those.
If the person's willing to pay it.
Yeah, if the person's willing to pay it, I'm willing to ship them. I mean, I'll go get a foam box that they'll fit in, and we'll get them all bagged and watered up, and they'll be fine. But it's going to cost a lot to ship those guys. I mean, a lot. Which is where the fry I think is a better idea, because we've got Midas cichlids, beautiful freaking. And some of them are really cool colored too. They're only about that big at the moment, and so those guys can go in a bag and get shipped out. We've got convict cichlids if anybody wants those. And we've got powder blue zebra socolofi that are about yay big that could go. We've got a few other. We've got a whole bunch of guppies and endlers that could go as well. So, what I'm trying to get set up for this weekend is a 20-gallon tank that I can put fish in, do a 15-20 minute long auction on, take them out, put different fish in, do a 15-20 minute long auction on, that way. But really only for the fry. We won't be putting up any of the. There's Texas cichlids that are fry. I forgot about. Yeah, we've got Texas cichlid fry. There's a lot of fry and juveniles here that were born here that can go, but yeah, Patty wants the betas. Excuse me. We really only have 6 betas here, or 7. No, 7. We have 7 betas.
No, 2 of them are going on.
And 2 of them are definitely not going any here. Those are the ones that Jess donated to Liz and Heather. So those guys are staying. But
those guys are so pretty.
They are beautiful. These guys behind me are beautiful too. They came in from a rescue a couple of months back. And they're just gorgeous. I love freaking betas. The only problem with betas for us is that it requires a bunch of little damn tanks. Room for a lot of little damn tanks.
Yeah.
They just don't,
I actually had to rescue a beta myself a few months ago, and I still have it.
Yeah. I love the betas. I really do. I would be a beta only place if I could get away with it, but it's not an option. I mean, and then having all those little, like, I keep trying to find shelf space. I've got 3 other betas that I would like to find a shelf for, so that they're not stuck over somewhere in the dark. And in the dark, I say they have lights, but they're not out, like in.
I've got that one betta that I brought home from Orlando that's got the blue body, like the navy blue body, and then he's got like some white or yellow spots on his face. But then he's got white cellophane Dumbo ears and then yellow gold Finnish. I mean, this
Right.
is amazing.
Just incredible. I remember seeing him. I remember seeing him.
Yeah, I can't. I like it. I've got him as far as to making a bubble nest now. But once he makes the bubble nest, he just wants to chase her around. He doesn't want to do anything else. I'm
Right.
like, dude, you're so pretty. I want more of you, but God.
Right. Yeah. You got to find spots for him. So,
Oh, I had spots. I just
Oh, do you?
didn't breed.
Fishimon, all of my plecos are this freaking big. You really want them? They're
They are
freaking
huge.
2 foot long, 2.5 foot long.
He wants your zebra.
Well, they have zebra patterns. They're common plecos, but
He's being a little smart ass.
yeah, I know.
That goes in that category. of the
Wait,
ones that are
actually,
not
tiny smartass. Tiny smartass.
Figured that out last night.
Yeah, we had a good time. That 24 hours was, and it was Liz's birthday, and Liz says, you know what, this is the best way I could have spent my birthday. Like, this is something I will always remember. It won't just be a regular birthday where you hang out and pound rum all night until you pass out.
Now, did StreamYard have to start over after 12 hours, or did it?
StreamYard has to start over after 12 hours, and it's not not StreamYard.
YouTube.
YouTube has to start over after 12 hours. They will only save 12 hours of footage, and then they throw away the rest of it.
So
They
did
cut
y'all
it.
start over?
We started over once we figured it out, because we didn't know it until Rico brought it up, and
I
then we were
should
like,
have said something, and because I knew it by being.
I didn't know. So we lost about 4 hours, but I mean, the truth of the matter, anybody who sits through that 24 hours is like, I don't know how crazy they have to be, but yeah, but
You
man,
need
it
to
was
go through and do
entertaining.
Tags. You need to go through and do tags on it, like when Ricky was a lady.
Right. I may actually do that if I can find the time. I might go through and do that. Because there were some moments. There were some real moments.
Yeah.
And most of the time it was just our normal, but there were some moments that you're just like, really freaking just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. That the Ricky thing is it starts at like almost exactly 2 hours with Lefty coming in with the shark costume,
Yeah.
and then Ricky I played the puffer Phineas and Ferb bit,
Yes.
and then Ricky showed up right after that.
Hey, how is that puffer doing anyway? Did that puffer's fins grow back?
No, sadly, he eventually did not make it. He got better. He was fine. He hung through, and then he got it. And this was back before we knew we absolutely had to worm puffers when they came in. We didn't know. And we got him back to health, and he was swimming around and fine and eating and being good. And he lasted, I don't know, 7 or 8 or 9 months after. Well, no, I guess I don't know, 4,
Was
5,
his
6 months.
fins growing back?
His fins were growing back.
Really?
Fins were growing back. And they were just, at that point, they were just kind of little nubs, but they were definitely coming back.
Because, I mean, that
No.
crawfish did a number on cutting his fins off, like
Sure did. Sure did. Yeah.
way down into
them.
the skin.
Yeah. Well, he didn't nip them that far back. They got infected and kind of rotted off back that deep in. Yeah. So we were hitting them with all sorts of meds.
Yeah.
And they went from being red, nasty, bloody stubs to being white, healed over stubs.
Yeah.
And then they actually little fins started growing out of the white spots. I'm sure if he were still here today, he would have his fins back at least. They might not be normal, but they might be a little deformed, but they would be back.
What about his buddy?
His buddy's right here.
Okay. His buddy did go through a grieving spell?
He did. Yeah. Yeah, he went through, he was really depressed for a while. And we actually almost lost him too because he got sick. I think, because of the grieving process, honest to God. And that was right about the time that we discovered we needed to worm puffers too. And got him wormed, and then, everybody's fine. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm going to share it for you.
What's that?
What
Fish Kids asked.
Yeah.
I was going to show everybody the T-shirts.
The T-shirts are amazing.
I'll do
Rockers.
this real
There it
quick,
is.
and then we'll do the
The live stream up
Yeah.
for today.
So this is one of them. I guess I better make this bigger.
I think you have to explain it though, because I don't think anybody's really going to quite get it unless they were there for that bit, which was
Yeah, it doesn't he have another one. The one
Yeah, yeah. There's one for. Okay, I'll show you that one.
because I feel that if you weren't there, you're not going to know what it was about.
right.
So this one right here is saying that you helped. You helped the rescue out. It's only in black, and then you can get it in whatever sizes you want. And then this one has a backstory. Okay, the backstory is downtown Eric Brown came up with an idea, and then I kind of put into it. And then we came up with this whole big fiasco thing of making a video of putting Mike in a helicopter or an airplane. I was going to kick him in the shin, and then he was going to kick him out of the airplane, and then we were going to go after him into the ocean. And we needed people to videotape it, and we was going to make a video out of it. That's what that was all about.
But you say it like that's not going to happen, because it appears to me that there are still people working on making that happen, and it might actually happen. I don't know. We shall see.
You better run, Mike.
Yeah. The thing is I agreed to it knowing that nobody could put that into action, but then I find out that somebody might actually try and put it into action. So I'm not sure I feel great about having agreed to it. But,
So you know that video that you showed of
I want to be in Florida. I'll put you guys.
doing his kickboxing thing?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be kicked by him.
No, listen, Eric is a real live, honest to God tough guy. He doesn't look like it. He looks like a little punk ass, but no, Eric's an actual tough guy. He
Need it or not?
Put it back
Who-
on there.
Because I thought you were done with it. I was like, dang, that was quick.
No, I wasn't done, and it just disappeared. I thought I hit a button, but here it was you, damn it.
No, I did.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell did I just do? There we go. So this is the Saturday one. You take it from
that's
here,
today.
lady.
That's tomorrow. Isn't that okay? Hang on. It's because I brought it back up.
That was Saturdays, which was yesterday. That's today. So after me in 30 minutes, it'll be Susie Q. And then Bob. And then Danikin. And then Kevin.
Where are you even at? You're not even.
No, y'all don't. I just do what I do. All right.
Oh, we didn't put you on there he didn't put you on there because you're not every week. But if you are going that week, you can let me know and I can put you on it.
I do pretty much every week.
Well, some Sundays you have to work.
I don't work at 6 p.m.
Skipper's going, what's the matter? Why did you put me on there? And you're making excuses.
It is what it is.
It ain't what it is.
But,
what it is. What it is.
No, I just did. First lady.
She just did the whole head tilt and the finger.
Jess is like, if I have to make your thumbnails, I don't have to put you on the freaking list.
The problem is doing it right.
Just do it later.
Oh my God, my voice hurts.
I inserted
Yes, the times are all Eastern time.
Yeah, so it'd be 6. I'm trying to get down there, right there, because you're in the middle of Father Fish and Suzuki. But I got to add a row. Right? Yeah. Insert a
Sure.
row. But it's not inserting a row. Okay.
You're gonna break
I
it.
will let we'll let what's his name do it then.
Yeah.
I'll let Lefty do it since I ain't doing it something right. I ain't gonna mess it up. Because I will mess something up. And then but he like,
What did
what? Did you really do that, Jess? Yeah, I really did.
Fish kid.
Really do that.
All right, we don't need that anymore. She gonna mess it up.
Hands off. I will let him
So
know.
what size tank is that behind you, Mike?
Oh, it's a 90 gallon. The puffer, this 90 we actually put together specifically for the puffers because there's 7 of them and they're going to get big.
Ian.
Wait a minute. So like, that's that tank that you had that video on that you
Yeah, the seams were cracked. Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, little one.
But I fixed them with acrylic bars. I just took 3 acrylic bars at each corner and I welded them in there and it locked it up. It's fine. Except there are some little stress fractures right here that are freaking me out. I don't know. Somebody the other day said it's because it gets hit by sunlight and it dries out the plastic, which I guess is a thing with acrylic. But I don't know. But it freaks me out because they're little teeny tiny stress fractures all in a line, and I just always wonder if something's going to go right. I think it's more just appearance than it is actually dangerous, but
Yeah.
that kind of freaks me out. I don't know how far through they go. You know, they don't drip or anything. So
Well, I mean, couldn't you try to like maybe buff it out and see if it
I
takes
could,
it,
but
you
then I'd
know,
have to take it down, and so when we're moving, I may do that. You know, when we finally get actually everything moved to wherever it is we're going to end up, I will probably attempt that and see what happens. But I don't want to break it down just to do it. You know, taking apart tanks, like putting them together, awesome. Taking them down, pisses me off. Just don't like it.
Yeah.
What up, T-Bone? How are you, man?
I did it. What?
You got him in there.
Huh? What?
Can we go whenever we go out to eat? Can we get a can we go like some
No, probably next week.
Hi, Landon.
You don't have a shirt on, so have to stick your hand in here and wave. Don't come in. Don't come in view because you don't have a shirt on.
Because you're shirtless and we don't want to see you.
people?
We don't.
No.
They don't want to see it. Here, say hi.
What's up, buddy?
No,
How's it going, Landon?
never again.
Hey, Langman.
I take it he's feeling better.
Teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Old people.
What's up? And you can't sell them either. Nobody wants them.
I know.
I tried with Nick for years, and
Right?
like people were
Walmart.
like,
You think you could get away with?
You'd think.
Here,
You'd think.
Walmart. No.
yeah. No, they're all like, oh, I don't want that thing.
Go on. Go feed them dogs.
Do this at the
You got dog food in your hand.
Kid's awesome.
Right? Okay.
He is.
Five.
So adorable.
Is it 5 or 6? It's 6 Eastern, right?
Yeah.
6 Eastern? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5 for me.
This thing?
Let's see if she'll mess this up or not.
I'll prove it. Give me a minute.
Dude, you can't pick on the lady who makes your thumbnails.
That's right. No,
Oh yeah. I
that's
guess
right.
Guess
Right.
I can complain about that, huh? Stopped in at Shayna's stream while I was setting this one up,
Yeah.
and I said, "Yeah, somebody finally sent me a thumbnail." And then I figure out it's aquariums.
The only thing I can't do is add
It's aquarium.
Skipper's aquariums or aquatics.
Aquariums.
Right below my chin. Aquariums.
Thank you. I'm not looking at that page. I'm not
So,
looking.
anyways, everybody's like, "Well, you can get this app, you can get that app," and I said, "Well, I got a Mings, Tails, Furs, and Fins app." Thumbnails.
Okay, how do I- Add your insert a link. Would it be a link? I don't know. Okay. All right. Oh, you're still looking at it.
Yeah, well,
We were, yeah.
Oh,
You left it there, so I added it to show everybody if you were good at doing it or not.
Well, I did do it. I did it, but Lucky's gonna. I don't know how to add your where you scroll down, you see everybody's name or like. Okay, go back to it. Go back to it.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
So
Hello,
when
Bob.
you scroll
Hey, Bob.
down, we see Guppy Guru. We see the icons. That's the only thing I don't know how to add to your name.
I ain't worried about that.
Well, I mean, Lefty can do it, and Miss Zen can probably do it if she's here.
She said we can add the link after you're done.
Okay, what do I do? How do I need to exit out of it?
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Probably because you're in it.
I usually stay in it. I don't ever get out of it because I don't know how to get back in it.
You got to save it or anything like that?
It saves itself every 2 minutes or so. So I think she can get in it without me having to get out of it. Because that's actually mine. That one, anyway.
Yeah.
She should be able to get to it now since it's there. And add your link thing to it.
We're moving on from that. John McKenzie asked me a question about how's my fish room going. What you saw in the video is it right now. That's all I got done. We're busy trying to catch other things up. I did get paint though.
He keeps losing the guppies I gave him.
You got paint?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to that black male. That was weird. It was there one morning and it was gone the next.
Maybe he jumped. Maybe he jumped.
No, he didn't.
He said, I ain't doing this no more. I'm tired of these women.
And the albino male's the dumb one that stayed around. Yeah, no, I didn't get too much further yet because I had a bunch of other stuff to get caught up on around the house.
Terry, Bob, we can see who is viewing
Hey, Terry.
Hey, like it is. We'll fix it. Okay. Okay, Zen. I tried.
So is it an actual like website or something that you can get it off of? Because other people can see it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is because I've got the link to be able to go in and add and remove. So I can't give that link, but I'm sure Zen could throw it in chat, the right one. That's why I keep it pulled up because I don't know where to find it if I was to lose it.
Hola, Terry.
Why don't you save it to your desktop?
Yeah, I should do that. I'm doing that. I'll do that.
We got 15 minutes.
Wow. Being me and my goofiness.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Bookmark
What
this.
made you want to start a fish rescue?
We did it accidentally. It wasn't intentional. We went on. We were on Craigslist looking for something. I don't even know what it was, and Heather ran across this dude that was giving away a 150-gallon tank and an Oscar and I don't know, a couple other fish. Oh, some Texas cichlids, right? And Heather's like, God, we haven't had a tank in a year or two since Chris killed our freaking fish. Want to go get a tank? I'm like, yeah, maybe. Why not? So we called this guy up, and the guy had actually given the tank away already, and we were like, all right, whatever. And he called us back about an hour later, and he's like, you know what? I told that other guy he can't have the tank. You guys can have it if you want, because I really liked you guys. So we were like, all right, cool. So we went over and got it, and it was, we talked to him for a while, and it was a process. We got him over, and finally got it all moved in, and it was, it was a big to-do. And then we were back on Craigslist looking at other stuff again, and we started noticing that there were all of these posts of people trying to find homes for their fish, right? Trying to rehome their fish. And I mean, the big ones would go, like if there was, somebody had, freaking blue rams or something, everybody would go get them or whatever. But other fish would get on there and they would get posted 10, 15, 20 times because nobody wanted them, And we were like, well, why won't people take these freaking fish? And, we ended up calling a couple of them. And we called like 15 different people, and like 3 of them gave us real honest to God, honest sob stories, had to move, got to get rid of these fish, doesn't know how. Nobody wants them, so they're going to flush them, or that's where our convict cichlids came from, was one of these. And we also got a bunch of Africans out of one of those stories too, but it was all stuff like that. One of them was an old guy that had just gotten to a point where he couldn't take care of them anymore, but nobody wanted them because they weren't spectacular fish. They weren't,
I can't ever find anything on Facebook saying, "Hey, I want to get rid of my fish. Hey, I'm moving."
Oh, they're on.
I have them for sale. I have it for sale. I have it for sale.
Well, Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist. This wasn't Facebook. It was Craigslist.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we had no idea, and we got to kind of looking around, and we discovered that there really is no such thing as a fish rescue. I mean, that was what we came down to, is that there weren't any. There are no freaking fish rescues. They don't exist. And we're like, well, that's freaking weird, right? So anyway, so for about a year, Popo roaming around in front of my house. For about a year, maybe almost 2 years, we just started kind of acting as a rescue. We would go get the fish that nobody else wanted to take. We would, it was like, looking on Craigslist, you'd run across, over a couple of years period of time, there were hundreds of fish that people just could not get rid of. Convicts being one of them, they'd breed like crazy, and they didn't know what to do with the babies, but they'd still had them for a year and a half, and they were taking over tanks. And
Can't believe I haven't had crevenses yet.
but I mean, all right. Oh yeah, the military couple, they both got redeployed and didn't know what to do with their fish. And so anyway, these are the kinds of stories we're getting, where people that just they had all these fish, they didn't know how to get rid of them. And we started doing it. And then one day we were driving around in the car, and I don't know exactly what sparked us both, but we actually both looked at each other at the same time and went, you know what, we need to turn this into an actual business. We need to make it a 501c3 and actually put a name to it and do it. There aren't any freaking fish rescues. Let's do it. So we did. And yeah. And so then we figured out, we'd never even heard of Ohio Fish Rescue at this point, right? Like, we were acting under the impression that there was no such thing as a fish rescue. We couldn't find any anywhere. We didn't see any anywhere. There certainly aren't any here. And what floats as a fish rescue these days is aquarium stores that'll take fish in because they want to resell them, or the occasional couple of dudes that are looking for a very specific fish, but they're a rescue because they'll rescue that specific fish. That's what floated as a rescue at that point. So we got to looking around, after we had, that's how we ended up finding Ohio Fish Rescue, right? Was because we were looking for, how the hell are we going to market this thing? Now we've done it. How do we market it? And we had started posting it up on Facebook, and it came, we started getting calls like that quick. And then the Google page, and then the website, and then, those things, and Craigslist we were constantly posting on, but we were constantly getting kicked off of Craigslist for posting on it too. So that was a pain in the ass. And, yeah, and then pet stores that we were talking to all the time started sending us stuff. We walked in and handed them a handful of cards, and they started calling, and that sort of stuff. So it just it started accidentally. It started just recognizing a need, and then both of us just going, let's do it, and so we did, and it's that's what it's been. And I'm telling you, the last couple of months we have grown like crazy. We get calls every day now, and luckily, usually 2 or 3 of the calls I get every day are people that just need help. They want to get rid of their fish because they don't know what the hell they're doing. But I can usually just spend a couple hours on the phone with them, and by the end of it, they know what the hell they're doing, or at least feel like they do.
He's got some really big tanks. Pompey Ranch.
Yeah.
We have some really big tanks.
Really big.
Swimming pools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it all depends on what fish you're going to be rescuing. If you have a proper fish rescue, you definitely want to go from the smallest one to.
Yeah. But you can listen. I hold nothing against the people that rescue specific fish. There are a couple of people I've met over the years that only rescue certain things. I know a guy who rescues only pacu. We know a lady who rescues only betas. So there are people out there that are pretty specific about what it is they rescue. But I hold, nothing against that, because those are betas I don't have to take in. They're pacus I don't have to take in. So, I feel like that's, there are a couple of people in the fish rescue-ish kind of venue that hold a very specific point of view about what a fish rescue should be. I don't hold those opinions. I think anybody who's going to take in fish and keep them from going into the waterways is a rescue and can call themselves such. Now, I think there are certain ones that probably should never become a 501c3 charity, but as far as taking in fish, God bless them. Anybody who's willing to do it, please do it. And even if you want to specialize.
I will
I've
rescue
actually-
shell dwellers.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, what?
I was just going to say the same thing as what Miss Judy said. They have specific dog and cat rescues.
Yeah, they do. They do. There's wolf rescues. There's, there are individual kinds of animal rescues. And man, I hold no bones against that. Do it. It keeps those fish out of the waterways. Do it. Now, I mean, there are a couple of guys. I have a guy who around us that kind of calls himself a rescue, but he always wants like the most rare fish. And I'm like, well, it's not really a rescue. That's just looking for rare fish, But I mean, even that guy, I won't hold it against him. If somebody doesn't know what to do with their freaking electric blue rams and he gets to them, God bless them.
Hey, I'll take some of them if somebody's willing to give some away.
Right.
That's why you said that.
Right.
I'm looking for them.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, like I find that a little schmarmy, if you're, I'll rescue fish, but only if they're the most rare $5,000 fish. That's a little on the smarmy side, but I don't hold anything against anybody who will take fishing, because God knows
I like
the argument.
that makes sense when it comes to certain animals. But I guess his would be dogs and cats, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah. I mean,
Didi, I'm
each
sorry.
his own, but I'm going to say if you can house it and you want to, help somebody out, you by all means go ahead and do it. But don't go to the house and be like, hey, there's a red-tailed catfish. Then you're going to put, where the hell are you putting that? You better put a swimming pool in your basement.
Right.
Like, not everybody can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I just don't want to do that.
Yeah. And listen, I get it, man. It's an expense. We go through water, electric, and food. We probably spend $2,500 a month on fish. Heather says more than that. And during the winter months, it is more than that. But during the regular summer months, it's probably $2,500 a month on fish. And
Yeah, we go.
That's a lot.
yeah, I mean, it's expensive, well, yeah, and medications too, but we don't go through that much medication around here. Sometimes we do. Anyway, no, if somebody wanted to adopt Big Puppy, they could go throw themselves off short pier. They're like, the thing that has happened here is that any fish that gets named stays. And luckily, I fight really, really, really hard to keep the girls from naming all of them. But yeah, named fish stay. And Big Puppy's named, so he's staying.
I got to say, you guys have some very, very cool names. Pulling those fish at the top. Well done on the names.
Yeah, we get creative. We get creative. And every once in a while, some of them come in named. I think we've got a Corridora named Robot that we didn't name. I don't know why he's named Robot exactly, except that he's got bright red eyes. But or Mr. Robot. So yeah, there's some that come in named, and those guys stay because the people who brought them in would like to be able to come see them. So those guys stay put.
See, I get that.
Yeah, because as a rescue, we're not here. We're not here in the fish trade exactly. We're here to support the community. And though we do a lot for fish, we do a lot for people too. There's an awful lot of people out there that don't know what they're doing. They don't know what to do, and so our service is to them. Our service is also to the fish because we love the fish. We want to see the fish healthy, but And the environment, honey. Yes. They're hollering out of the back room.
I hear.
So, you know, we're in this for a lot of reasons, and those are the things that keep us in it, because God knows it ain't money. It sure as hell isn't money. But you know, we're up for a couple of grants. Now they might take months and they might never come through. We don't know, but we are up for a couple of grants, and if those came through, we could really do a lot of good. We could really do a lot of good.
I'm going to say, especially where you're located at down in Florida, having a grant, having a fish rescue, because the type of environment the Inns have down there that can sustain a lot of different fish species that
Everything.
buy. Yeah, pretty much everything. So, I mean, the state would be dumb not to give you the grant.
Well, see, I agree with that statement. The question is, do they? You know, there aren't any. I mean, I keep saying it, and I find it just amazing to say it, but there aren't any. We're pretty much it. And I mean, not just for Florida, but for like a lot of the South, we're pretty much it. The fish rescue concept, for whatever reason, just never took. I mean, maybe it's because you spend a lot of money and don't make any. But I mean, it's the same thing with dog and cat rescues. You spend a lot of money and you don't make any. But I think, you know, dogs and cats are cuter and more personable to most people. So they, you know.
The thing with dogs and cats is you got to find them a home, because they can get pretty expensive. I know fish is too, but you can put a lot more of them than in one spot than you could do a cat or dog, especially dogs.
That's true. That is true. But I don't know. I feel like, you know, there's just this giant need for fish rescues, and yet for some reason there just aren't any of them. You know, I mean, for all the people that we get to, there's probably 50 that go dump their fish in the lake instead. You know, and you know, so those fish eat the and I've said this, and there hasn't been a study on this. It's kind of part of one of the things we've worked into our grant to kind of do a study on it, is to find out or make an estimation of how quickly native species would come back if people stopped dumping fish, right? Because we already have invasives, but the native species are more capable of taking back their environments than the invasives are. But people keep still dumping fish, right? So like, you've got this lake. The lake has 3 invasives in it and 1,000 natural fish. Well, the natural fish will eventually kill off the invasives or outcompete the invasives and take their lake back, right? But that only works if people aren't out in that freaking lake dumping tanks of fish into it, because now they're dumping more and more invasive. So, so if we could get to everybody, you know, again, wording in the grant, if we could get to everybody, then there would be a lot less dumping, therefore a lot less invasives, and therefore a lot more natural fish could make their way back again. So,
agree. Yeah.
So what we really want to do, we want to build a big aquarium. That's, you know, within the scope of the grant would be to build a big single aquarium on a big plot of land, and then to build out 5 more satellite sites around the state, so that people could get to it from Tallahassee, and people would get to it from Miami, and, you know, make it easier for people to get to them. And so that's, you know, that's our plan. That's our plan. And if they give us money, then we'll do it. But
well, I hope that works out for you guys. It sounds like you guys got a good plan, and I think it's a really good one.
I think so.
It'll definitely help your state out. That's for sure.
See, I think so. But, you know, it's the guys on the other end that sit there with the pen and paper and the check that are going to make that decision. What, honey?
So it's past 7:00, and Q Aquatics should be chiming up here.
And we want
Right.
But
Yes.
we're going to have to end this, guys. So I want to thank everybody for coming and showing up to support and just being here and listening to stuff we had to say about, you know, his fish rescue, and then, you know, all the other bull crap in between. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do.
That's the fun stuff.
Try to have a good time.
Yeah.
Although life gets in the way too. So.
Again with the Florida man. Thank you, Steven. Did everybody see Steven's video? I mean, I know I saw it 530 times.
gonna play
over the
it.
last 24 hours. But
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
you should. It is amazing.
I
It is
am.
amazing. He did such an incredible job. I can't say enough about how freaking amazing it was. I mean, and the fact that I only gave him 2 days notice and he did that.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
he's amazing to begin. I mean, that dude. There's no way. There's no way I
No.
could do this.
Thank you, Mike, for
Well, thanks guys
coming
for
up
having me.
here, and also thank you for what you do, man. I mean, what you need.
I appreciate you guys.
In my opinion, I mean, like, we need a lot more rescues, like you
Everywhere.
guys. I mean,
Yeah, man, it's I wish people were able to commit to it. I know that most people aren't, but it's a hard thing. It is because you're going to be spending money you're not getting any back, right? So it is hard to commit to, but it pays off in other ways. You get to see a lot of really really happy people, and you get to see a lot of healthy fish, and you get to see you learn a lot too. God knows we've learned a lot, so. It pays off in those ways, and that's worth it.
Just went live.
absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll shut up now.
All right, everybody, y'all have a good night. Go over and say hi to Susie Q for me.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.